Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I have the 3 best NBA and NFL picks for you, so let's get right into it. All right, so for our first pick, we're going to have Luka Doncic to get over 8 assists. And I'm going to show you guys exactly why this is such a good prop. So right here, if you go and check on the odds right here, by the way, the tool is called Props Edge. This is literally the best tool you could use. I'm going to have it linked in the description. It's literally so good. So you can see right here all of these billion-dollar corporations that hire some of the smartest people in the entire world that know everything about math. They all have PhD level degrees, and they're all telling you that Luka is favored to go over. FanDuel, the sharpest book out there for NBA player props, has it favored at minus 128, which is basically 130. DraftKings also pretty sharp, minus 135. And then you can even see Novig as well, also a pretty sharp book, minus 127. And Kalshi minus 122. But as you can see, literally all these billion-dollar corporations, super smart people, they're all screaming at you that Luka is going to go over 8.5, or at the very least that he's favored to go over 8.5. And they do all the research for you. They have more data than like what's publicly available to anybody. So they already baked it into the line that they think it's going to go over based off of like all the data points they have. And let's dive into this prop a little bit deeper to figure out why this is such a good play. So first things first, play type analysis. You're going to see that Luka is getting basically 50% of his points in as the ball handler, primary ball handler, in isolation and in transition. You're going to see that the Spurs are actually top 7 in defending these types of play types, which means that Luka most likely is not going to be able to score that much and is going to be focusing more on assists. And then you can see he had a little break between this Phoenix game and the 76ers game. But when he came back, it was pretty obvious that he was the primary ball handler and that everybody else was just focused more on scoring. You can see right here, he had 15 potential assists against the 76ers, and they're really good at defending against point guards, similar to the Spurs, and they have decent defense. So I'm expecting something similar. And this game is it's like a very high game total. It's at it's projected to be like close to 240. So that's going to lead to a lot of possessions, and more possessions lead to more plays. More plays means there's a lot more volume for literally everything, including assists here. So I'm expecting to see something pretty similar here with the assist count. And then if we go head to head, you can see the last time that they faced up this season, or just in general, the last time that they played together or played against each other is November 5th, and he literally had 21 potential assists. 21 potential assists. He had 13 assists. He had 14 assists on 25 potentials the last time they played. And then just in general, this was obviously on a different team, right? This was these over here from November 16 to October 25th. These were when he was still on the Mavs. But the 2 games he's played with the Lakers, you can see he just absolutely cooked. And then you're going to also be able to see here that similar players, so players that are very similar to Luka, they are all going over their average by a 60% rate, which means that they're all getting really good assist numbers against this team. And then let's show you over here. Head to head, Luka actually underperforms when it comes to like offense, like shooting, right? When he goes up against the Spurs, which means he's focused more on actually being able to like assist the ball and actually more playmaking than he actually is scoring. So I really like the spot here. I think the historics are really good for it. And then yeah, there's nothing abnormal either about the matchup or the lineup. No like big injuries that would like ruin any type of playtime or be anything weird. And then if we go over to the assist section also, you can see Luka on this team has the most potential assists out of every single person on the team, which just goes to show that Luka is the guy that's going to be handling this ball. And obviously like Austin Reeves and even LeBron, it's a little bit inflated just because Luka has been out. They've been dealing with some injuries. But yeah, no, Luka is definitely going to be the guy. He's making like 57 passes per game and stuff. So I definitely think Luka is going to go off here. And everything's pointing for him to go over and go off. All right. So let's go into our second pick now, which is going to be Stephon Castle to get over 9.5 points. And the reason why we're taking this once again is because the most important thing to me is how are the odds looking like? How are the books favoring this? You can see FanDuel, DraftKings, they're all favoring this. Even Hard Rock. Hard Rock is somewhat like sharp from what I've seen, but they're all favoring this at minus 650, close to minus 700, which means that this play basically is like 85 to 95% chance of it hitting in the eyes of these books, which once again have PhD level like mathematicians that are all setting these lines. They have every data point that you could possibly think of to like indicate whether or not they think something's going to go over or under. And then just look at the sheer amount of volume that this guy's putting up, right? The line set at 9.5, and he's literally averaging 18 points per game. Like, that's literally half of his line. And as you guys can see right here, Victor Wemby, he's still out, which means that not much is going to change from what you've seen here. A lot of these players have gone a lot more minutes and a lot more volume just because of the injuries. But even if this blows out, honestly, this line is far too low, and I think Stephon Castle just has too much volume on this team right now for this to miss. Look, even when he's playing 23 minutes, he's putting up the ball 15 times. So literally, he just needs to have the ball like actually like land in a small percentage of the volume he's taking. Not to mention here that the defense for the Lakers isn't that good either. You know what I mean? They're below average in defending under the rim. And you could see that Stephon Castle is getting 50% of his points from under the rim. And then also below average at defending beyond the arc threes. And he's getting a pretty decent amount of his points from that as well. So, yeah, I think this is a good spot. And then, like we said earlier, the game total for this game is going to be really high, right? So that goes for both ways. If it's a high game total game, then Stephon Castle is going to get more possessions. The whole Spurs is going to get more possessions. The spread is not amazing. It's not going to be a super close game, but I don't think it's going to be a mega blowout, which we're going to see like Stephon Castle get less minutes. I don't think that's going to happen. And then let's take a look at the depth chart here. And again, nothing super abnormal here. Wemby has been out for the most part. I don't really even know who this guy is. Fox is playing again. So, yeah, no, I think this game is going to stay fairly competitive. And Stephon Castle is just going to continue to get the ball, get the rock, and score for them. And let's go head-to-head. Head-to-head, last 5 games against the Lakers, you can see he's averaging 19 points. So this line, honestly, is just set far too low for what he's capable of. So we're definitely going to hammer the over on that and abuse PrizePicks fixed payout system to make sure that, you know, we're taking advantage of everything they're giving us. And speaking of taking advantage of the books, for our third leg, if you guys aren't taking this on PrizePicks, you guys can take Stephen Curry to get half a PRA, Luka Doncic to get 1 point or assist. You could take LeBron James over half a point, or Bijan Robinson, which is basically completely free if he plays the game, 0.0 rushing and receiving yards. And you guys can only get this if you guys use my code KAZUPICKS on sign up. And KAZUPICKS, you're also going to be able to get free access to the VIP Discord. And we're going completely off in there. Look at this. These are all of our analysts. Everybody is Pikkit track, third-party verified, so we can't fake results. This is our recent slate. We greened out all of these inside the Discord. As you can see, we're up 11.5 units on that day. And then there's just no reason for you guys not to take these books or take these plays if you guys don't have these books already and you can use it in your state. It's literally just free money. And most of these books are going to give you a great deal. For example, Underdog, they're giving you an insane deal. All you got to do is deposit $5, play $5, and they're going to give you $100 to play with in bonus bets, which is absolutely insane. I don't know how they're making money, but you guys are only going to be able to get this deal because I'm giving you guys the best deal with my code KAZUPICKS. And then Chalkboard, they're going to have something very, very good for you as well. You don't have to deposit. All you got to do is sign up to the book with code KAZUPICKS, and they're going to give you $20 to $25 completely for free. Completely free to play with. And not only that, they're going to give you free picks and free squares. And Chalkboard has a ton of weekly promotions. I think it's like 6 promotions on like Wednesday or something, which are all super discounted lines that you guys need to be taking advantage of. If you guys don't like free money, then I don't know what to tell you. Just don't sign up to any of these. Better also, they have some pretty decent promotions as well, where they do crazy payout boosts. And then Sleeper is just amazing. They always run promotions as well. Honestly, these books are just feeding us, bro. Like, they're giving us so many free promotions every single week. You guys want to make sure you have as many as possible. And to maximize your returns, you guys should use a promo code that's going to give you guys the absolutely best benefits. But yeah, after you guys sign up, just use code KAZUPICKS on any of these apps, and then go to my the description, and you guys can actually join the Discord completely for free. And you guys are gonna come here to the support ticket, and then click the drop down and press use promo code. I know my webcam's blocking it, but you guys could just send proof that you guys signed up with that, and then we'll get you guys sorted with free VIP. You guys can also use any of these other books that I have listed here: Underdog, Chalkboard, Sleeper, Better, Parlay Play, Novig, Fliff, Thrills, Rebet, Dabble, Onyx Odds. Just sign up to any of these books and you guys will get a free month in VIP. And let me just show you guys our tracker. Oh, here's the tracker where we are literally up 500 units since we started tracking this. I'm blocking it once again. Sorry, guys. We're up over 500 units. This is definitely not accurate. We've definitely won way more than this. We just haven't logged it. But yeah. And everything is tracked, third-party verified. Everything we do is plus EV and tracked on Pikkit, so you can't be faking anything. But yeah, those are the 3 picks. Peace out.